Good morning friends, welcome to The Point. In this video, we will discuss about a scheme launched by the Government of India in 2013 by the name of Direct Benefit Transfer. We'll start with studying as to what Direct Benefit Transfer means. So, Direct Benefit Transfer, it is transferring the benefit directly to the beneficiaries rather than transferring it to the government offices to distribute it to the beneficiaries. So, my friends, one thing I would like to tell you or to bring to your notice is that for any government scheme that it launches, there's always some point or some agenda that it wants to fulfill. When it launched this scheme, the agenda was to reduce the leakages that the government was suffering when it used to distribute the money of subsidies under the scheme, involving the state government and the local bodies to distribute them. To curb the problem of leakages and delay in payments, the government launched this Direct Benefit Transfer scheme. So, it was launched in 2013 with main aim of improving the government delivery system and redesigning the current procedure in welfare schemes by making the flow of funds and information faster, secure and reduce the number of frauds. The main motto of Direct Benefit Transfer program is to bring transparency and reduce pilferage from the distribution of funds sponsored by the central government of India. Under this, benefit or the subsidy is directly transferred to the citizen. Earlier, what was happening was that the government used to first transfer money to the respective states, that is the state governments, and then it used to go in the hands of local bodies who used to then distribute the money to the respective beneficiaries. In this process, first thing was that the money used to get delayed because the transfer used to take a lot of time, first from the central government to the state government and then to the local bodies. And next point was that there was a lot of middlemen involved in the distribution of money who used to either evade the money or keep most of it with them or a percentage of it with them. So the beneficiaries, whatever they were entitled to, were not getting the appropriate amount or was not getting amount at all. So the Direct Benefit Transfer scheme curbed the menace of all of this. Slides talk about there are two types of direct benefit transfer. First is directly you are transferring the money in the form of cash in the accounts of the people or the beneficiary, and next is in kind. So, explaining you the cash transfer scheme, first I would like to use an example of PEHL scheme. Now, PEHL scheme was related or is related to distribution of LPG cylinders and comes under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, MOPNG. Under this scheme, how it worked was, let's suppose I am A and I am purchasing a cylinder from gas agency for 800 rupees. So what I have to pay is 800 rupees to the gas agency to get a cylinder. As soon as I receive the cylinder at my place and have released the payment of 800, now this gas agency would initiate a refund of the subsidy amount to the respective oil company, who would then ask their sponsor bank to refund the amount in my respective bank account linked to my Aadhaar card. So let's suppose when this there was an outflow of 800 rupees, this gas agency communicating to the respective oil company, and thereby then they initiating a refund of 200 back to my bank account. So the net price that was there, which I actually paid, is 600, as 200 has been refunded to my account. So this is by the way of cash transfer, as the cash transfer took place in my respective bank account. Now what happens is in this kind transfer is that there's no direct cash transfer that takes place in the account. In this, already the product or the goods or services that is offered is at the reduced price. Let's suppose if there is some food grain scheme that is being launched in state of Rajasthan, so they would identify the beneficiaries first, that is the government, and they would say that they could bring in their Aadhaar cards or their ration cards and they would get food grains at so and so subsidized cost. So what is happening is here is that there is no cash redemption or cash refund that they are getting, they are already getting the goods at a reduced or at a lower cost. Another example you could take is, let's suppose if I am enrolling myself in some government college or government educational institute. So if the original fee is 20,000 for an year, the government is providing subsidy directly to the college to offer the tuition or the price at 16,000. So here that 4,000 is directly paid to the college providing this or enrolled under the scheme, and that 4,000 is not given to me in my account. Rather than I'm already offered a price of rupees 16,000 for an year's education fees. So this is what comes under in-kind transfer. So I hope it is clear as to how these two types of transfer work. In cash, that there is directly the cash transfer, and in kind, already a reduced amount I have to pay to the government. Moving on to the next slide, which talks about the example that I've already explained. We will just go through it once again so as to bring more clarity over it. And the customer ordering a gas cylinder over here, and distributor in this oil company. So I have paid the money, that is 800, to the distributor, and this amount goes from the distributor to the oil company. And here is the gas cylinder delivered at my place. As soon as this is delivered, this distributor will generate a refund or the subsidy refund request to the respective oil company, who would provide the data to the sponsor bank, and they will transfer the 200, the subsidy that is provided by the central government, directly to my account. Now this 200 is coming back to my account that is linked to the Aadhaar card, and now the net price that I have paid actually is 600, as 200 is being refunded in my account. Slide talks about the advantages of DBT scheme. First is definitely there is reduction in the leakage of funds. As earlier, when the funds used to get transferred from so many levels in the government, then there was a lot of fraud that used to take place, which got certainly reduced as the benefits are directly credited to the beneficiary's account. Next is avoid delays in benefit transfer. Earlier there was a lot of time that used to take for transferring the amount to the beneficiary's account, because the fund used to pass from the central government to the state government and then to the local bodies in the middlemen. So a lot of time that used to take place. Now since they are directly transferring the benefits, so there's less time that it takes place. Next is it brings transparency in function. Yes, because directly the transfers are taking place into the account of the actual beneficiaries, rather than what was happening before is that a lot of fake people would come up and take the benefit of the subsidies. Now since everything is linked to the Aadhaar cards and to the bank accounts, so there's a lot of transparency in the functioning of the schemes. Linking the bank accounts with Aadhaar enables the transfers to the actual beneficiary only. Yes, because as I told earlier, there was no paperwork that was done. The amount was directly given to the middleman to distribute to the people, and he used to use his own will and used to do favoritism and lot other morally corrupt practices to distribute the amount of subsidies, and the actual beneficiaries who were deserving under the scheme were not paid the amount. So these are the 4 major benefits of the DBT scheme. I hope it is clear as to how this scheme function, what was the agenda to launch the scheme, and the example as to how it works. So friends, this is all for today's video. Stay at home, keep revising again and again. Thank you so much.